Hey everyone, this is Wayward Wind 911. Welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories.
Take the hint. I told you to go home.
Not until I rescue you and Namine.
I don't remember ever asking you to rescue me.
Did you forget? Kairi's there, waiting for us both to come home.
You're the one who forgot. I told you at Kingdom Hearts when we closed the door. Take care of Kairi. Give it up. I'm not going back to the islands. For anything.
It's not just for Kairi. What about the rest?
You can have those losers. Already forgot him.
That's enough.
What about you, Sora? Do you actually remember what they all look like?
Of course I remember.
Don't feel bad. That's what this castle does to you, after a while. It's good. You forget all the useless stuff and remember for the first time what really matters. I remembered it, Sora. I now know the one thing that is most important to me. Protecting Namine. Nothing else matters. Not a thing.
Hey, Riku. I think I'll jog your memory.
Go ahead and try.
Alright everyone, it's time for round 2 with Riku as the starter of this episode. This time I won't be cheesing him because he actually has battle strategies that I should probably go over in more detail than just break him and cheese him. So he's got quite a few single attacks that have the potential of stunning you. So that's gonna be his main form of giving you trouble. But it shouldn't be that bad, especially if you have high enough valued cards. Which I seem to not because he pulled out an 8, which pretty much left me unable to do anything. But you have to be careful with him nonetheless. I mean, no, nonetheless. I just proved why you need to take care while you're fighting him. Still though, one of the better strategies with Riku is to use slates as much as possible. Here's a special one with Goofy in the event that I haven't shown it off yet. Nope. Let's see. What are you gonna use? Oh shit. This is one use anyway. Okay, there we go. So if you're gonna use item cards, as you saw me do right there, use them at the beginning of a slate if you really need to ensure that you want to get the card in. Now as for Riku's other abilities, since we're already coming up to his last bar, you saw earlier sometimes that he does Helm Split. That's basically... Okay, he just broke me. Ow. Damn it. Really? Yeah, right here. So he's basically gonna stab the ground the whole time, and then that's gonna create shockwaves. Obviously, said shockwaves are bad for you. I'm gonna heal as a repercussion. And you don't want to get hit by them. So, in the event that you can't break him, you gotta dodge roll through the first two. And then on the third one, you need to dodge roll in a different direction, because he's gonna bring a bunch of plumes outward.
Too bad, Sora. You can fight me all you want, but I still won't remember a thing.
Come on, Riku. Let's quit fighting. Let's go help Naminé.
Together, right. So like you. Sora, you're always trying to worm your way into my heart.
Hold on. When did I ever do that?
Huh. You forgot that too? You never cared. It never mattered to you!
You won't push me away.
And after the second fight with Riku, we learn Magnet Spiral, which is basically attract enemies in and then do a spiral attack on them. Pretty self-explanatory considering the name, so not that much to go over. Though, I don't think I'll be using it all that much because, you know, it requires 2 gravities, which isn't something that's in my deck, so that's a damn shame for that ability.
Does it hurt, Naminé? Watching your 2 childhood friends fight, all because of you. You have my sympathies from the heart. But don't waste your time. We nobodies can never hope to be somebodies.
I don't get it. Riku and I, we both want the same thing. Both of us want to help Naminé out. How come we're fighting each other? I mean, Riku and I have argued about stuff in the past, but...
Could be because you care what happens to each other.
I really thought so too. But maybe Riku doesn't.
You can't give up your friends. Come together. Sora, Riku, and... What was her name?
It seems our memories are fading mighty fast. Sora, we gotta hurry. I bet Riku will come around if you just talk to him.
You're right. We 3 were never apart. Me and Riku and Naminé.
So before we continue on with the 9th floor of Castle Oblivion, I am editing in a little detour that I'm taking to Agrabah, of course, for no other reason than to get the Key of Rewards room. So this Key of Rewards room is pretty uneventful in terms of how I'm gonna be able to use it, but it's still completion, so I mean, I might as well. It's pretty easy to get to anyway, as I'll show you later on. So as soon as I get all these goodies in the room, the first treasure is the ability Warp. Basically an insta-death on some enemies, but not all. It doesn't work most of the time. And the second treasure is the enemy card, Luxord. Luxord is another character from 358 Days Over 2, who I will not go over in great detail until the time is right. So now, let's go ahead and talk to Goofy here, and Donald. Donald brings up a point. They forgot about Kairi. Wasn't Sora just talking about Kairi at the end of the 8th floor? So then that brings up the question of, why does he not remember her after such a small amount of time? It was his driving point in why Riku should come back to the islands, and then now, not even Sora recognizes Kairi. So, that's a bit of a conundrum, which I'm not gonna bother explaining, because I do feel as though it's one of the faults of the Kingdom Hearts story, where major coincidences are made just so that the story can play out as Nomura, or whoever the writers are, intend. Though I'm pretty sure Nomura has a heavy influence. Just to be clear, I mean, not being able to sum anything up, kinda like how you can't sum games up. Where's Kingdom Hearts 3? Well, we know where that is. Where's Versus 13? Oh, well, that's 15, but think about it. These games have been awaited for such a long time. Won't say Half-Life 3 long, but getting pretty close. So now we're in Hollow Bastion, and who else to encounter in Hollow Bastion but the Beast, who is accompanied by Belle. But it looks like Belle is chewing the Beast out because she didn't want him to be here. Is it she the captive one? Why is she being so resistive of rescue? Questions for later. But, of course, Maleficent's gonna be here as well, even though she's not part of the Beauty and the Beast world, because at this point they hadn't thought of putting a Sleeping Beauty world in. At least it's not Angelina Jolie Maleficent, it's actually evil-looking Maleficent who doesn't look the makeup old. Though, that's pretty subjective since cartoon and makeup are, that level of makeup at the very least, are equally as fake. But that's just my 2 cents on the matter of trying to make Disney movies. Well, it's not really a Disney movie, but it's using the Disney property, trying to make that into live action. That's my take. It may differ based on who you ask. I mean, of course it'll differ based on who you ask. Kind of the whole point of personal opinion. Anyway, Hollow Bastion is the home to quite a few new Heartless. First up, we've got Wizards. These are basically magic users that absorb all types of elemental attacks. So, don't use any magic on them. Hell, don't even use magic elemented keyblades like Lionhearts. You want to stick purely to non-elemental physical attacks on the Wizards. The purple guys over there with the large shields are known as Defenders. They're pretty much like the large bodies and fat bandits in that you can't attack them from the front, so get to their back and wail on them with air combos. I will note that they have magic attacks that are pretty potent that come out of their shields, but it shouldn't be anything you need to worry about, provided that you kill it fast enough. Or give it time to act, since it does follow the rules of hit stun unlike some enemies. So that's convenient. Makes it less annoying, and makes it more convenient for the player to go through and beat it. So let's go the Tranquil Darkness, even though I've been using these playing cards a lot, as I've pointed out many times, but I'd like to take a moment to explain my judgment on, rather than showing off the different rooms, I'm just resorting to the same objectively easier rooms over and over again. I mean, I feel as though there's many different perspectives to take on LPing. I mean, there's bound to be. With different people, there's different styles. Some people like to show off everything. I respect that. However, my style, as you find, is different. My style is to show off the easiest way to play, the smartest way to go about things. It may not seem like it at times, granted, but that's what I endeavor to do. Apparently, I also endeavor to try and sound smart by using said words. But a point is, a different style is meant for a different audience. I'll try and accommodate for people who want to see every type of room by showing off the, I'd say, more annoying rooms in a certain world, because I can think of a good world to show off the more annoying types of rooms. But that world is not now, because these enemies in here are annoying on their own, so I'm not gonna supplement the enemies through map cards. I'd rather keep things in my own favor. It's not smart to do things that hinder your own progress. Why would a general arm his men with swords instead of machine guns? To be romantic as shit, that's why, but the point is, there's no reason to inhibit yourself. Because modern day generals would not do that. And I realized the analogy fell flat on its face because I don't know enough about the military. So I'm just gonna stop that. I'm gonna find a Heartless. And see if I can show off another enemy? No, of course not. This isn't monotonous at all. I think this is the same wave 3 times in a row. That's not good for diversity's sake, especially considering there's one more Heartless I need to show off that hasn't appeared yet. Granted, the Heartless that I'm talking about isn't unique to this world. It's just that that's another thing to talk about, that I'd like to talk about, that I plan to talk about, but isn't appearing for some reason. Probably because I keep attacking the wizards on the field, rather than doing the smart thing and trying to attack a different type of enemy. So let me try and correct that mistake by, let's say, heading into this meeting grounds room. And what you say, we try and encounter different enemy. I realize how redundantly I'm using that word. Okay, sure, Shadow. Just give me the correct Heartless. Okay, not them, but I have a feeling they're gonna be in the next wave. So let's just make do work with the Heartless here. And see if my prediction will come to pass. I am using filler commentary, I apologize. I mean, I suppose it's better to ramble on about something pointless than to not say anything at all, even though I'm not saying anything at all, and wouldn't you know it, here's our Heartless. These are wyverns. They're flying enemies who aren't really that annoying except for the fact that they're extremely mobile in the air. And by that, I mean they can go higher than you can jump. So, that's not good. That just makes fights longer than they should be. So, I don't exactly approve of them, but what can you do? Honestly. Anyway, I'm making this room a bottomless darkness so that I don't have to be guilty as I end the episode without fighting a Heartless in this room. So, next time we're going to be taking ourselves into the Key of Beginnings room. I'm gonna pause so that I don't get ambushed by a shadow. Yeah, so, this has been Wayward Wind 911. Thanks for watching this episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. and have a great day.